Wow, it's never been so quiet in here. Where's Carol? Alright, so let's just start with breathing real quick. We'll just put our hands, you can interlock our hands and put it over your belly button. And take a nice inhale through the nose. And try to imagine, like, let the breath come down into your belly, like you have a straw. A lot of times we breathe from our chest. It's kind of our fight-flight response, but if you let the air come down into the diaphragm pushes into the belly. Let your belly expand, and then just maybe squeeze a little on the belly to push the air out. You can always modify anything I suggest. If it's not working for you, you can make it so it can work for you. You can sit down if your feet are getting tired, or if that feels better to you today. If your body's saying, hey, be really kind and gentle to me today, you can honor that. So we're all just doing our own practice in a way. Hey, Pat, there's this spot, there's room over here. All right, and then we're going to do knocking on the door of life. So this one you might check, kind of, let's just do a check. Like, just kind of stick your arms out and see, like, am I going to knock the chair or the table? If not, okay, go for it. All right, so just twisting at the waist and just letting the momentum of your arm. Now we're hitting the meridian, the only meridian line in our body that goes this way. That's our waist, like the equator of a planet. And we're hitting on our back. We're hitting it's called the door of life in acupuncture and acupressure. That's the kidneys where we store energy. So we're kind of like waking that up. We're knocking any kind of loose energy. We're knocking it loose so it can go around. Waking up our chi, waking up our energy. That's a good one. Good one to do anytime you're tired. Wake it up. And then we're going to go to our lung points, which are up here. So if you follow your collarbone down to where your shoulder hits, there's like a divot right there. And that's where we're hitting, but we're making a fist, so you probably can't even miss it if you try. So you're knocking on your back and you're knocking on that lung point. And take a nice deep breath through the nose. And we're still hitting that door of life area with our back hand if you can. Twisting and letting the momentum take your hands. Just like one of those drums. I don't know if you've seen those drums with the strings. Imagine that. And now we're going to go up to our tracks with a flat hand. That's our liver and gallbladder meridians. Run through that area. And it's where we hold, a lot of tension. So this is a good one to help release tension in that area. Remember to breathe. Sigh can help release extra tension. And then we're coming down to the lung points again. And then we're coming back to the waist. And then we're doing water waves where we just let our arms glide through the air. We're kind of slowing it down. Another nice deep breath. This one kind of helps you arrive in the present moment. Maybe notice the air between your fingers. We kind of sometimes think of air as nothing, but there's a lot there, down to the middle. Maybe again, check in with your body. Just notice how this first moves are feeling inside. We'll just practice a little bit of the posture that we try to keep throughout. Is our feet are flat. They're about hips distance. The toes are pointing forward if you can. Some people can't. That's okay. They might go out a little. Then your knees are slightly bent. We're never locked out in Qigong or Tai Chi. We're always got this kind of bend because this is also like martial arts, right? If you're locked out, how easy is it to like tip over, right? So you bend your knees, slightly bend your knees, hips over the heels, shoulders over the hips, and then imagine a string pulling you up by the crown of your head. Notice your chin will tuck back in and your back of your neck lengthens. And you kind of keep that imagery of that string pulling up the crown of your head. It kind of helps the rest of your bones just be able to like feel like a maybe marionette puppet. You know how like when they're just hanging there. If you can get your skeleton to line up with gravity, then your muscles can relax. So maybe just try to see if you can let your shoulders kind of hang, let your arms hang, and just keep that upright posture. Let's do a little spinal cord breathing. We'll just inhale, like you're doing a pull-up. Maybe exhale, curve your back. I said, this is the only kind of pull-up I can do. So really go. Those shoulders on the back. You can kind of tuck your chin in. Notice how this one feels with your chin tucked in. And maybe try one way, looking up. Maybe one feels better to you today, one of those versions. Also, most people have probably seen the yin-yang symbol. So, you know, that comes out of China, and it kind of represents like the opposites, that like everything kind of splits into opposites. So this kind of, we do a little bit of a back bend, and then we do a little bit of a curve in. So these are kind of like opposites. Do the nose. Let's do a little bit of a chi massage. Let's see if we can get that feeling of the energy flowing. So we'll inhale. Our palms will come together. Put the palms on the top of your head, and then bring that down the back of your head. Interlock your fingers together, and then use your thumbs and make little circles on either side of your neck, starting from the base of the skull and working your way down. Isn't that awesome? I just saved you $65 for a massage. You're welcome. It's not quite as good, is it? Okay, and then you can do like little cat, like a scruff of your neck. Try that one too. And then we're going to come down, and you can interlock your fingers so that they're that way, and then start at the notch of your sternum, and then just kind of wiggle down the middle of your sternum. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Helping the energy come down from our head into our bodies.
That's not good. I'm hanging up there.
Most of us need it to come down, but if you need it to come up, you go for it. And then let's massage our lower back. Again, that kidney area, you can go down into your, what is that called? Sacral. Sacral. I should have studied harder, but I didn't. And then we can hinge at our waist, and we can like maybe rub the back of our thighs, rub behind your knees, circle behind your knees, rub your calves. Come down into your outer ankle, and come into your inner ankle, maybe inside your knee. Let's do a little, you can just pump your legs and hit the front of your hips. It doesn't really do anything, I just like the sound. Opening the leg gates. All right. And then let's do down our arms. So we go down the inside of our arm, up the outside of our arm. Down the inside, up the outside. Then we'll come to the other side. Down the inside, up the outside. Tarzan. Oh. Let's see. Let's just take our hands down and get in that posture. Just kind of relax a little bit. Maybe notice some buzzing and tingling through your arms, through your body. Traditional Chinese medicine, like disease, is caused by stagnation, about energy stagnating in the body. So the energy can't get to the parts that need it. And so a lot of this practice about opening up, kind of releasing that tension so that energy can flow all through your body. And that's where they feel like health and healing happens. It's through that energy flow. So let's shake. This is one of my favorites. Do this anytime I'm at King Soopers in line. You'll just stop caring what people think pretty soon after you do this class for a week. In through the nose and out. The heart sound is hot, so slow it down. Okay, notice again. We're often taught to kind of look outside ourselves and, for if we're good or whatever, but try here to go inside and notice how your body feels. Again, just paying attention, learning to pay attention to how we feel on the inside. Now we'll do some flowing movements. So again, we're going to try to keep this very relaxed feeling in our muscles and kind of use our bones and to get the kind of posture, but then allow that relaxation so that the energy can flow all through our bodies while we're doing these moves, which is the lifelong practice and skill that takes a lifetime to develop. But we'll start with Buddha holds up the earth. So our feet are flat, hips distance, our knees are slightly bent, our tip of our crown of our heads being suspended up and our chins tucked back and in, and your arms are relaxed. And so maybe notice you can get kind of a circle with your arms out in front. And just take a breath. This one's for the lungs. So it's the metal element. And on our inhale, the lung meridian goes through the thumb. So when we inhale, we're going to bring our hands up. The palms are going to face our lungs when it's there. And then they're going to continue rotating up to the sky on the inhale. Pause on the inhale breath and then exhale. And then when they get in front of the lungs, you just face the palms towards the lungs, all the way down. Inhale. And exhale. We're just practicing moving with our breath, going slower. We just try to go a bit slower than what feels kind of normal. Going slower helps slow our breathing. Going slower kind of helps calm our mind. And when we come down, let's just pause. And we can now, we'll imagine bright white light glowing in our lungs. Just imagine that your lungs are like a pearl glowing with white light. Just tuning our organs to their optimum level. It's like tuning an instrument. Use our mind to imagine them, their highest vibration, which is bright white light. From metal, we go to water, which are the kidneys, and the move is called the fountain. We just hinge at the waist, rotate our arms so the back of the hands come together, and the kidney meridian starts at the feet, so when we inhale, it's like our fingers are kind of imagining pulling up the energy from the bottom of our feet through the inside of our body. As we stand up, our arms just continue that momentum out and around. Beautiful. Hinge at the waist, back of the hands, inhale, rolling up. Hinging at the waist, back of the hands, knees are slightly bent, rolling up, out and around. Do one more. And again, we'll just embrace the Qi Gog, kind of that posture again where your arms are rounded. Try to get that stand-up posture. And now face your palms, like kind of imagine that they're facing your kidneys. You can, and imagine your kidneys glowing with a bright blue light. Maybe a really beautiful mountain lake color, turquoise. Kidneys just glowing with that bright blue light. From water, we go to wood, which is the liver, which will do tree sways in the wind. So again, our hands are that round. We just rotate our waist to the left And then we take our hands up the side of our bodies on an inhale. Then our middle fingers point at the top of our head and rotate back. And then we exhale. And then now we're going to rotate to the right. Inhale, the hands up the sides. Middle finger pointing at the top of the head, back to the middle, and out. The liver helps develop your body's resiliency, just like a tree being blown around in the wind. The more kind of flexible the tree is, the more it goes with the wind, the more it can, stay. It survives that storm. We develop our resiliency, we can handle life's storms with our best skills without losing our center. We'll just hold in the middle here. The standing posture, you can stay like this. This is lower, embrace the tree, or you can bring your hands up. It's kind of a fun one to try, although it can feel kind of challenging. You're going to hold it for a little while. Fingers pointing at each other, like almost like you feel like they're resting on a shelf. Come up or embrace the tree. And we're imagining green light in your liver. It's just growing with a bright green light. The liver's on the right side of your body. Imagine maybe like beautiful green forest canopy. From wood goes to fire, and that's the heart. And that move's called cloudy hands. So just take your left hand and put it down and leave your right, I think I'm on the right thing. And then you just twist at the waist, go all the way to the side that you can. Change your hand from the bottom one comes up, the top one goes down, and then rotate towards that top hand, all the way over. Change hands. Rotate. And just breathe in one direction, breathe out the other direction. And the top hand, the palm, is kind of facing your heart. The bottom hand faces the earth. It's kind of helping, the bottom hand is helping to cool your heart. So it's just the right amount of exuberance. We'll come back to middle. For the standing posture, holding the golden urn to the universe. Imagine the universe energy coming into your palms, and your heart is just flooded bright red light, glowing with a bright red, like ruby, in your heart. Bring our arms down. From the fire, we go to the earth element, which the spleen and stomach meridians, and it's called Pebble in the Pond. And we're going to be kind of, when you hinge, you don't hinge a lot, and you bend your knees because we're like pumping the earth energy into our body. So we bend down a little bit, and then we like follow our like a ripples in the water, and we bring it back to our body. So we kind of bend down, hinge a little, follow the ripples with your palms, Inhale as you bring that energy into your lower dantian. Exhale as your hands follow the rib petals. Inhale. And then we'll come back to standing. And you just face your palms to the earth. Maybe you can feel kind of sucking the earth energy into your palms. And you're imagining your stomach and spleen area getting a bright yellow light. Maybe the color of sunflower petals. Bright yellow light in that area. And then we'll come back down. And to kind of harmonize the whole thing, we're going to do is the triple warmer. And so we'll just bring down the heavens. And so you inhale, your arms come out to the side. And exhale. It's kind of like you're just smoothing out your energy field. Arms out to the sides. Inhale and exhale. Then we're going to interlock our thumbs together, put it over our belly button, and bring our feet close together. And our final move is the standing posture for the triple warmer is bamboo in the wind. So you just let your body rock and sway just like it sounds. Just feel your feet like roots going deep into the earth, just helping you feel stable and held while you let your muscles relax and see how your body wants to rock and sway. Just let your body kind of lead you. Unwind your final bits of tension. Let the energy flow to where it knows to flow to. Nice, calm, easy breathing. Kind of center ourselves. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes a little bit. Thank you so much.
That's funny because I thought, oh, I'd like a massage too.